Hello and welcome back to the Wilford Brimley Auditorium. I'm here with Connor Mcgrath and Adam Ferguson. I'm your host, as always, for Making Decisions for You, Anders Nielson. Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. We're really glad to be here. The Wilford Brimley Auditorium is very, very prestigious venue. I saw REO Speedwagon in Kansas here last year, so it's exciting to be in the same venue that they performed so majestically.
It brings back a lot of memories of my days as a mime. You know, I did a lot of mime shows here, and it was a very emotional time.
And I was a participant in Double Dare Live here with Mark Summers.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Connor Mcgrath has quite a prestigious resume. He's a two-time Newbery Prize winner. He's a lifetime nighttime Emmy runner-up. And he's also has a number of NHL championships, I'm sure.
That's right. Yeah, I won an NHL championship in '93 with the Montreal Canadiens, and then again in '96 with the Colorado Avalanche.
I saw that.
That was a very exciting
great game.
championship. And then I won it again in 2006 with the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. That was the one I treasured the most because that was a really special team that year, the '06 Mighty Ducks. We didn't think we were going to make it, but then we watched the Mighty Ducks series that inspired our team name. And we were able to rally, and all the fans in Anaheim were going crazy for us that year. It was very magical.
Quack, quack, quack.
Yeah. Emilio Estevez is a complete treasure, a national treasure, and he has a lot to do with your comedy. As I've
Exactly.
heard.
Yes. He's a very big reason to why I'm here today. Not just because of my esteemed hockey career. And my esteemed career of starring in hockey films afterwards. But it's what I'm here to talk about today it's very special to me, Anders, and I'm very glad that you invited me and Adam on here today to talk about what I'm here to do.
Absolutely.
Now, what if I told you, Anders, that you could eat all the McDonald's that you wanted to, all the McDonald's, all the Long John Silvers, and all of the White Castle that you wanted to without gaining a pound?
All of it.
All of it?
I would cry foul.
I'd cry foul. Okay, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. You'd say that's not possible. What if I told you you could pass any drug test put forth you, no matter what you did the night before? You could do all the drugs. You could do horse tranquilizers.
I do a lot of peyote.
Mushrooms, peyote the night before, and you would pass the next day. What if I told you that was possible?
I would say I don't think so, but I suppose maybe if you're being insistent.
What if I told you in just 12 minutes I could make you the best African dancer in the world?
He'll do it.
What if I told you I had a lesson plan?
Well, the truth is my dad is a steel drum maker, so I have a lot of experience.
What if I could make you even better? I could make you.
I would say that's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous, and that's right, because what I'm here to do today, it has nothing to do with any of those things.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing to do with any of those things. What I'm here today is to advertise a very special one-night experience for those of you in the Portland, Maine area and beyond.
A lot of our viewers are in the Portland, Maine area and beyond.
Yes.
So this is very prevalent to you.
Yes. So what I'm telling you is we're going to have a one-night event on June 27th at 11 p.m. at the Lucid Stage on Baxter Boulevard in Portland, Maine. And it's going to be called Fringe Tonight. It is going to be the centerpiece of the second day of the very first Port Fringe Festival. That is a fringe festival that is a theater festival where anything goes. And by anything, I mean anything within the realm of law.
And we're talking about Portland law, any kind of law that would pertain to this city.
Yep.
And on the Fringe, we see a lot of crazy things, but none of them are illegal. And Connor definitely skirts the line. I've seen some of his act.
Because we're not afraid, because it's all about free speech. We've got a system that's very draconian right now.
Yep.
They tell people not to drink orange juice because it'll give you kidney stones.
They have been.
It's ridiculous.
It's on the orange juice carton. I've seen it. And it has Michael Brennan, the new mayor, and he says, don't drink, Portlanders, do not drink orange juice.
Because it'll give you kidney stones.
And so your almost illegal act has a lot to do with fighting.
Yes, these draconian orange juice drinking laws. So Fringe tonight, it's a special one-night experience. We're going to have some of Portland's greatest celebrities. They're the debutantes of the Portland ballrooms. We're going to have some of our great politicians, our great raconteurs, and our great actors and poets and musicians and thieves and artists. And
a quick note to a lot of you entrepreneurs out there, there will be a lot of entrepreneurs at this.
Yes. So it's a great networking.
Bring your business cards.
Bring your business cards to Fringe tonight, Wednesday, June 27th at 11 p.m. at Lucid Stage.
And that's Lucid Stage in Portland, on
Portland,
Baxter Boulevard.
On Baxter Boulevard, right next to the Hannaford's grocery store.
That's right.
So that's very important because you can pregame at the grocery store. The grocery store will close right before my show starts, but like if you get there early, you can go to the grocery store and you can buy garbage bags, Portland City Ordinance garbage bags, and you can wear a garbage bag into the theater.
And there's a lot of overflow parking over there. If you don't find parking at Lucid Stage, Hannaford's is quite near.
Yep, exactly.
And this will be 11 p.m. So
11 p.m., so it's late
One of the
night.
safest places in Portland is the Hannaford's parking lot.
Exactly.
I know a lot of you... Yeah,
you aren't going to get beat up there.
and a lot of you are afraid of that, and that's okay.
You live in fear of getting punched in the face while you're going to walk out of your car and go get a late night arepa at the local arepa joint.
We want to assure you that you should have no fear at 11 p.m. on June 27th. If you want to go to Lucid Stage, you're safe to do that. There's absolutely nothing dangerous about that.
Nothing.
It will cost you $10.
It'll cost you $10. That's the thing. You get $10 to see some of
a steal.
The finest performers in Southern Maine at their most intimate and most revealing moments.
Some of the audience members will include fire breathers, bear tamers.
Kiss cover bands.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of temporary tattoo wearers in the audience. They've already are attending both on Facebook and on some of the other websites that we have running.
We do have a very big MySpace page. Go to www.myspace.com/fringe tonight, and you'll see all of our.
Go ahead and approve that
entertainers.
page. Approve the MySpace.
Approve the MySpace page. And we got a lot of. I'm so happy about this show.
Yeah.
We have a making of live journal. We have a Zanga. We're tracking very highly on Zanga.
The Pinterest is going all over the place.
It's just exploding.
It's kind of a roller coaster on Pinterest right now.
Everybody in the Portland, Maine area, who is anybody, is talking about what's going to go down on Wednesday, June 27th at 11 p.m.
This is a Wednesday that we're talking about.
This is a Wednesday night. You don't get these kind of events on a Wednesday night.
Not often.
You're not gonna get anything better than this. And for $10, let me tell you, folks, you could go to the movie theaters. And for $10, you could drop down your $10 and see the newest Burt Reynolds movie.
Sure.
You could go that. You could drop, and that wouldn't even get you a soda and popcorn. That would just get you into the movie.
You would sit there with dry mouth and an empty belly.
Right, watching Burt Reynolds do his thing.
And Burt Reynolds won't be there. That's the problem. There is no guarantee that Burt Reynolds will not be at Connor's event.
Exactly. I definitely have Burt Reynolds. I've got him. I've written a letter to his fan club.
It's possible that he'll be there.
It's possible he could show up.
You could see Burt Reynolds live on June 27th. You
could see his mustache live.
Dom DeLuise might be there.
Dom DeLuise might be there.
I know what you're thinking. Dom DeLuise is dead. Well, he had you all fooled. He'll be there as Captain Chaos. He'll come back from the dead just for this show. If he's willing to come back from the dead.
Yeah, his character from the Cannonball Run series.
Yeah.
As we all know, it's in the realm of possibility that anything could happen.
Yes.
And therefore, any of these things could happen at 11 p.m. on June 27th at Lucid Stage.
At Lucid Stage. It's one of the finest young performing arts venues in Portland, Maine. I recently saw a performance by the Commodores there. So you know if the Commodores are performing there, you know this is going to be a first-class venue, and they have a great concession stand.
Let me tell you, I was just going to say, the last time I was there, I saw pretzels in the concession stand.
Pretzels?
I think they had Pepsi products. I'm not sure.
Pepsi,
I
yeah.
believe they do.
I believe they do.
If you have a Coke affinity over Pepsi, I don't know, maybe they could accommodate you.
We could talk. I mean, anything can happen that night. They might serve Pepsi products, but we could talk them into letting you bring in a Sprite.
After 11?
After 11 p.m., anything goes. And let me tell you, it's Wednesday, June 27th at 11 p.m. at Lucid Stage, Baxter Boulevard, Portland, Maine. Let me tell you, right now we're offering $10 for a single admittance.
That's one person.
For one show, for this show, Fringe Tonight, and you're going to sit amongst the elite of Southern Maine. But what if I told you you could get into this show and then 2 other shows in the Port Fringe Festival?
Wait, there's more?
There's more. You get this
Now, this
show.
is a whole festival we're talking
This is a whole
about.
festival. So you get this and 2 other shows of your choice for $25. So 3 shows for $25.
I don't know. That sounds like it might be worth $35 or even $45.
Right, it's a
$25
value for $25.
I tell you, I feel like a Jehovah's Witness on no particular day right now.
Right.
That's how exciting. Or a kid on Christmas, if you will.
Exactly. Yes. But there's more.
More?
Yes. There's more. What if I were to tell you that you could get into 7 shows in the Port Fringe Festival, this show and 6 other shows of your choice for a mere $55.
That's only $55.
That's $55 for 7 shows, and that includes Fringe Tonight, this spectacular show, where we will meet the elite of Portland, and 6 other shows. There are a lot of great shows in this festival. This is a great show. I think it's the best show in the festival. But that's not to say that the other shows aren't worth seeing. There are a lot of amazing shows. Harlan Baker is going to be doing his one-man show, A Day in the Life of Jimmy Higgins at that show.
Well, I know the Speckman brothers are doing, sex featuring wieners and boobs. That's going to be a great one.
That sounds racy.
It is. It's hot stuff.
It's hot stuff. There's going to be a staged reading of the screenplay Speed, the classic Keanu Reeves film.
Wow.
So you get 7 of those shows. There are a lot more shows. You can go and find out at portfringe.com on all the spectacular shows.
Or search Port Fringe 2012 on Google. It's going to be the 26th.
You can get a listing of all the shows. And for $55, you can get into 7 of those shows, including the one we were talking about tonight, Fringe Tonight, where anything that's legal in the city of Portland will happen.
Now, Connor, you and I, and typically Adam, will come, and we'll see maybe 15 shows a weekend,
Right.
7 to 15 shows.
Right.
And we'll drop maybe $200,000, depending on what show. We've seen Radiohead a lot. So, we're spending a lot of money. Now, you're telling me that in one festival, I could see 7 shows for $55.
Yes. And that's not all, Anders. That is not all, believe it or not.
Can't process more.
I can't believe it either, and I'm involved in this.
I will be in a coma for this.
Let me tell you. For $125, what would you do with $125?
I would probably give it to someone in need. Sorry, I'm that kind of person. But continue.
You're a very, very generous man. But you can be very generous with the Portland art community and help support us, help put on shows, help feed his kids. But for $125, you would not only get a ticket into this show, Fringe Tonight, a spectacular show, a meeting with the upper crust of Portland, Maine, up close, personal. You're going to see them at their most vulnerable and emotionally naked state. But you could see that and 24 more shows in the Port Fringe Festival for $125. When you break it down, that's only $5 a show.
25 shows
for
$125.
Exactly.
So if each show was an hour, which they probably will be longer,
right?
It would take you more than a day to experience all of the amazing performances that they have in store.
Right. It's like a week's worth of entertainment.
These
for $5 a show.
They're going to be all over town, too. Space Gallery, St. Lawrence Arts. You got to check it out. Port Fringe 2012. Do a Google search.
Right. And there's Fringe Tonight. There's a show about Merkins. Adam's friends are doing a show. I believe.
Bear at the St. Lawrence, 6 p.m. Check it out.
Yeah.
A lot of Celtic chanting and other
I
things.
believe Donald Trump is doing a reading of Sojourner Truth's diaries.
Yes.
The interesting thing about Port
I directed
Fringe,
that piece, actually.
You did, and it was amazing.
Thank you.
I saw a small reading of it. The amazing thing to me about this festival is that, you know, in Austin, Texas, they have South by Southwest.
Right.
Which is similar in that there are a lot of venues having a lot of events going on sort of all at once. Well, this year, South by Southwest actually called Michael Brennan, the mayor of Portland, and asked him if they could move the festival to Portland, and he said, no thank you, we have a festival this year already lined up, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and that's what this festival is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we do...
That's what he was talking. He was talking about this festival.
He was talking about this very
festival. We're also
festival,
talking about
the Port Fringe Festival, featuring Fringe Tonight, which is what we're here for.
Fringe Tonight is really why we're here, and I want to know a little bit more about what we can expect from the performance.
A Fringe Tonight. What we can expect...
Is this going to be a comedy? Is this going to be a drama?
Yes. Tell us about that, because I'm in it and I really have no idea. So
what it's going to be...
I need to know.
It's going to be a spectacular event. We've got a lot. I can't tell you a lot. I'm legally bound to not talk about my own show because I don't want it to get out. It's like the season finale of Lost or a Harry Potter book.
I think those pale in comparison to this, really.
Those really pale in comparison to what we're about to do at this very performance. It's going to be a comedy show. I am going to be a participant in it. I'm going to tell you just a few participants that I can legally reveal. I am going to be the host of the show. I will lead the proceedings. I will interview the guests. I will interview my ex-girlfriends and do a little bit of comedy sketches. I'm going to do a little bit of soft shoe tap dancing.
Wow.
Yeah. And another guest on this show will be Mr. Adam Ferguson. He will be on the show as a participant.
I may or may not come back to my old identity as Crackers the Parrot of the Portland Pirates.
And another featured entertainer on the show will be Mr. Kurt Baker, local rock star and human exclamation point. He will be involved in the show as well, and he is just a nonstop ball of fun.
He's a dreamboat.
He is very attractive, yes. He's a lady's favorite. And we're going to have a number of great guests. I could tell you all the names that have been in contact with me, but you know, I can't say right now, but I will tell you this. If you don't go to this show, you are going to regret this for the rest of your life. It's just a $10 admission to get into this one show. But if you want to save money, and I know you do want to save money, you want the best value for your wallet, you could get 3 shows. You could see 3 shows. You could see my show, one of the shows about Merkins, the staged reading of Speed, and Harlan Baker's one-man show. You could get 3 shows for $25. Even better, you could get 7 shows for $55. And then if you want to do even better, a monumentous value, you could get 25 shows for $125. And that means you could see almost more than half of the shows in the festivals.
That's, if you think about it, that's really $1 a show plus $100.
Really, if you
it's
think
quite
about
a value.
That is a value. And what
Imagine
are you
$1 a show and then hey, $100, whatever.
With $125, you could pay off your student loans. You could buy a bunch of tennis rackets.
Yep.
You could buy your mother a Roy Orbison box set.
She doesn't deserve it.
But she doesn't deserve it. You deserve to treat yourself to some first-rate entertainment. I'm speaking to you specifically, Anders. I know.
I've needed. My soul has been so just aching for some kind of value in my life, and I've been wanting to save money and see as many shows as possible. And when you called me yesterday and said, "Hey, you know, I'm doing this show, and I really want you to come down and hear all about it," I said, "Please get me on there, and please tell me how to make decisions for my life better."
Right, and this is a decision that will make your life better. It'll make our lives better if you give us your hard-earned dollars. And we're not asking it just to go buck wild and buy beer and jazz cigarettes. No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it for Portland. This is a city that has experienced a lot of hardships. Some guy outside the studio today tried to bite my foot, and I thought, if that guy had a show to go to, he wouldn't be trying to eat my foot.
Let's get him off the streets.
Let's get him off the streets, Portland, and let's get him into the theater.
I hope to see him there. I do.
I really hope to see him there. I hope to see all of the people of Portland together. I hope we unite the salt of the earth and the upper crust.
To get the homeless off the streets and into the theaters.
Yes, on June 27th
they belong.
at 11 p.m. at Lucid Stage on Baxter Boulevard in Portland, Maine. That's what we're going to do.
I'm just so moved by this whole experience.
I know.
Couldn't be more excited for June 27th. I'm actually baffled at how far away that is now. But it could be very close very soon.
It is very close. It's less than a month away
That is the nature
now
of
as
time.
we tape this.
So,
And as this airs, it might be even really closer.
That's right.
Adam Ferguson, he has a medical degree, and he would like to tell us of a few health benefits of attending this show.
please.
Yes, indeed. I have chased many ambulances, and as a medical expert in that way, I can tell you that you can do no better for your health than coming to see Fringe Tonight, or any of the shows, but especially Fringe Tonight at Port Fringe 2012. You know, if you have a bad back, if you have tuberculosis, if you have the smallpox, and you might think, what am I going to do? Should I go see a doctor? Should I go to the hospital? No. That's the worst thing you could do. You need to go to Fringe Tonight and get some comedy healing. You know, some great doctor might be in the audience. They could help you out anyway, but really, you don't need that. What you need is the power of laughter and talk show spoofery, as done by this man, one of the great healers of our time, really. You know, you think Gandhi, Mother Teresa, you know, Jesus, names like that, Morton Downey Jr., you know, Connor Mcgrath is really up there with those luminaries.
And as we all know, Karl Marx said laughter is the best medicine.
That's true.
And we all know that. And on June 27th, you are going to get a giant dose of comedy chemotherapy at Lucid Stage, at Fringe Tonight, at the Lucid Stage, at Portland. I'm so excited about this, guys.
11 p.m.
11 p.m.
is the perfect time, I think, for comedy.
It's the nighttime.
Oftentimes, my entire family will be aching and moaning in our house just around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Everybody's in severe pain. And I'll say, well, I don't have any jokes for you. I'm sorry. I'm going to bed. It's too late for me. But on this Wednesday, maybe I'll drag them on down to Lucid Stage and say, come on,
Right.
There's going to be comedy here tonight.
And it's only it would be only $50 to drag your whole family for just that particular show.
But the healing lasts a lifetime.
But the healing lasts a lifetime, exactly. And $50, that wouldn't get you all into Aquaboggin. If you plopped a $50 bill on the Aquaboggin man's ticket counter, he would say,
laugh in your face.
He'd laugh
You'd
in
feel
your
a
face.
little bit better because of the laughter, but it wouldn't be enough.
It wouldn't be enough. He'd
be
throw you
mean,
right
too,
out of
yeah.
Aquaboggin.
He would be mean.
Never let you in again.
He'd be very mean.
But if you come here on June 27th at 11 p.m. at the Lucid Stage on Baxter Boulevard in Portland, Maine, with a $50 bill with you and your family, and we will welcome you in. We will feed you pretzels. We will serve you Coke or Pepsi products. I'm not sure yet.
No one knows.
And we will entertain you and nourish you. There might not even be Coke or Pepsi. It might be RC Cola.
Truth is, you might not need it.
We might not need it. You're not going to need those sodas. No offense to those sodas.
Those sodas are fine beverages, but just one look at Connor and his whole lineup of ceremonies,
Yep.
of which he is the master of, and you will say, my mouth is salivating
My
so
mouth
much
is
I
salivating,
couldn't
right.
possibly
You
imagine
don't need
drinking a
soda.
beverage.
You need pretzels. We'll
might-
have pretzels.
We'll probably have pretzels, if
Maybe
not
the pretzels.
chips.
So we only have a few minutes left here, guys, but let me go over the price one more time.
Okay.
Okay, for $10,
$10.
just $10 mere dollars. An Andrew Jackson's on the $10 bill. No, who's on the $10 bill?
Alexander Hamilton.
Hamilton.
For one mere Hamilton, you can come into the show. We will welcome you into the show. We will give you shelter, and for an hour and a half to 2 hours, we will make you laugh.
And it might be raining, so that shelter could come in.
Shelter could come handy. You don't know what's going to happen on June 27th.
We can't predict it that far out. But anyway, $10.
$10. And then for $25, you get a ticket to this and then two other shows of your choice at the Port Fringe Festival. That is over 4 hours of entertainment for $25.
I can't believe it.
My eyes just glazed over. I can't see anything
And then
anymore.
for $55, you get 7 shows. That's like 15 hours of entertainment,
Roughly.
And then the big one, the big kahuna, and I know not everybody can afford this. Not everybody's made of money. Not everybody's Donald Trump making his living doing readings of Sojourner Truth's diaries.
Too true.
But if you do have the money, and it does help, you can see 25 shows for $125. And that doesn't, when you break it down, it's not that much. You pay $125, a month eating at Burger King every day.
I do.
Or waxing your toes.
That too.
Waxing your toenails. You pay $125 a month doing that. Do pay $125 a month, if you have it, to see 25 shows at the Port Fringe Festival, including Fringe Tonight, and 24 other great shows.
And this is June 27th.
June 27th, 2012, at 11 p.m.
This year.
Yes. Lucid Stage on Baxter Boulevard in Portland, Maine.
It's right on Baxter Boulevard.
It's right on Baxter Boulevard. And I got to say one more thing. We got to wrap this up. The Mayans said in the year 2012, we're going to reach an age of enlightenment. A lot of people think the world's ending in 2012. That's not true. I am a Mayan scholar.
He is.
In June 27th at 11 p.m., we're going to reach a new age of enlightenment. And you're going to find out what that entails at Fringe Tonight at the Lucid Stage off Baxter Boulevard in Portland, Maine.
There you have it, folks. Your decision has been made. June 27th, 11 p.m. The Mayan calendar says Jupiter will be descending and all the moons will be in orbit. That means we're going to have like 27 moons in our orbit. Are you going to be wanting to be outside for that dangerous event, or do you want to be inside Lucid Stage, 11 p.m. for only $10 on June 27th, watching Fringe Tonight? The decision's been made.
And thank you very much.
Thank you for having yourself on this show. Thank you.
Thank you. And this has been a great time. We'd like to thank you for the platform.
You're welcome.
Have a great evening.
Good night, everybody.
Let's go get some Bloody Marys.
Ow.